Hi everyone, welcome back to No Sugar with Everything Krause.
So today's episode is going to be a little bit more light and airy, light discussion about Kateri and I, because honestly, I think we just need a week off from thinking that deeply and thinking so, like, I don't even know how to describe the thinking. I just need a week off from thinking.
You literally do. Isabel has been saying that she needs like a break from too many intense thoughts, and obviously when we put out episodes, we want to be able to like give it our all and actually come up with thoughts that make sense and add value. Yeah, exactly. So,
and I think Kateri and I's minds are just both like,
to like say the least,
in overdrive right now, and we really, honestly, don't feel like discussing anything that I don't want to hear.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear a hard truth this morning, so let's keep it light and airy with a fun Q&A with Kateri and I. Last time we did this Q&A, we pulled questions from what we posted on our Instagram story, and we pulled questions that were a little bit more deep or serious, so you guys could really get to know like the fun foundational things about us and our morals and our principles. But we skipped over a lot of questions that were like funny, and I think will show
just
a lot
random,
of random may show a lot of our personality. So we're gonna go back and answer some of those for you.
I feel like it'll be helpful as well too if there's new listeners or people who haven't listened from the start and kind of jumped in. It kind of just, yeah, exactly, like you can get to know us a little bit more. And like Isabel said, I just need a break. Although Isabel, me and you, what I'm realizing and where we differ is you think a lot and you're really good at it, and then like in times when I'm feeling more stressed out or like overwhelmed, like I won't think. I'll just like I'll hide from my thinking. So
I do too, though. That's why I think it's so exhausting, because then I force myself to think, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
didn't want to face that one.
So we're like, okay, like, everyone, by the way.
I think you guys can just tell from the episode, from the podcast in general, that we are thinkers and we think deeply into everything. Like Kateri, to be completely honest, I mean, we dive into literally every topic and aspect of our life and debrief it for 45 minutes together.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no, literally.
Struggling with discipline. Okay, why? Get to the bottom of it. Like, we don't take anything lightly. So, okay, question number 1. What pissed you off recently?
Actually, this morning, not too long ago. 2 things, I guess. Neil in the gym.
Oh no. Why?
Because like I just don't like when he directly comes up to me.
Yeah, and he's been like
talks, and he had to tell me his PR. He got to 600 pounds in the deadlift, and I'm like, that's awesome, but nothing about my face or my body language was like, please come up to me.
Yeah.
Like I was literally at the Smith machine, he just came up to me, and that was just really annoying. Like I hate that people there just like think that you can come talk. Like, I'm here to work out, I'm not here to talk to you.
I know, it's the weirdest thing ever.
It really pisses, it's like really making my blood boil at that gym.
I think you need to be a little bit more blunt and be like, cool, Neil.
I know, but I'm just like too nice of a person, because like he's coming out of his way to say that, and it's not like he's just talking about working out, so it's not like he's asking me about personal questions, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're not gonna be a mean person and
exactly
ruin his day for what?
And I'm like, I see, and then like I avoid him the rest of the time, but like I don't want to feel like worried to be there at the same time, which he's literally there at the same time every single day.
I know.
So that pissed me off, but that wasn't what I was thinking about. So I do want to say my second thing, because like it was very minor inconvenience and it didn't actually piss me off. But the fact that you took the 2 chicken sausage packets that I wanted, and I got the fat chicken sausage.
Wait, but Mom told me that you had one or the other.
What do you mean?
Like mom told me, she came home with the fat one for me and was like, I was like, I don't want that one. And she was like, here, take one of the others. There's 2 in here. Kateri can use the fat one, but I can also buy her more if she doesn't want them.
So you didn't take both?
No, I took
You took 1 packet?
I took like a beef sausage.
What did you take from our house that we already had?
I don't remember. Maybe Mom gave me both and I didn't even recognize it.
Yeah,
but I was supposed to take
the skinny ones that we like.
Yeah, so you only have the fat ones in the kitchen right now?
Yeah, I couldn't find the other ones unless I was looking wrong. And I texted Mom and I was like, I had to talk to myself. I'm like, don't aggressively text mom as your first communication with her today about the chicken sausage, but I was just like, hi mommy, did you give Isabel the 2 chicken sausage packets that we had? Because I was like, maybe they were out at Trader Joe's. And she was like, yes. And I was like, and then she sends me like this long message about why she gave it to you, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine, I'd rather her have it anyway.
Wait, I'm so sorry, because I thought she bought me one and then transferred out the other one with. Because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, did she give me 2? I forget what she gave me.
I don't know, unless I like wasn't looking right.
I have to go down and look. I'm sorry, that would piss me off too.
It was like a very minor
The fat chicken
inconvenience, and I
sausage
was
from
like,
Trader Joe's is terrible. I hate that Italian chicken sausage. The casing, the thickness of it, I hate it.
it just like is not my favorite if I'm gonna pick one. It was a minor inconvenience. I quickly got over it, and I just wanted to say it because I thought it was funny.
That is funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I am the root of your pissed off.
No, really, it's Neil. Honestly, when I truly thought about it, like, I don't even care saying his name because I don't. Do you think he listens?
Well, Neil,
Maybe I'll just beep out his name.
here's the truth.
Truth hurts.
The truth shall set you free.
It shall set me free.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. So, sis, what has recently pissed you off?
This is difficult because a lot has pissed me off recently. I think certain assignments, like a lot has pissed me off recently. I think it must be my time of the month coming soon, and everyone's talking about this full moon this past week. I was in rare form. Like, I wasn't in a mean mood, but I was just in like a bluntly honest mood where I was just like, that was stupid of you to say. Like, if I thought something was stupid, that's what I would say to the person. I was like, whoa, Isabel, let's like take it back a notch. But I just had no time for stupidity. I had no time for jokes. I had no time for laughter. I just wanted like very, I don't know, straightforward, to the point conversation with people, and I didn't want to interact with many. So I would say last week I was in rare form in a sense where everything was pissing me off because I was just like, if it didn't go how I wanted it to, I was like, all right, well, I don't care.
Mine's chicken sausage.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know what was going on last week, but I was just like stone cold. I was like, this is crazy of me.
Yeah,
crazy.
I think it must be the time of the month coming up because, and the full moon, because I'm telling you, I get in
now I'm feeling like lovey-dovey.
No, exactly. Literally just once a month, I'm like, I have zero time for BS, and I don't find anything funny. Sarcasm is the root of all evil.
Literally, I'm like, that wasn't funny. Just
yeah,
say
and
it
I'm
how
like,
you wanted to say it.
I feel like we're very sarcastic people. Our humor, and I just like during that time, I'm like, no, that's not funny. Like why would you joke about that?
Why would you say that to me? So yeah, that's not really something that pissed me off, but I think that alludes to the idea that everything has pissed me off.
Yes. Okay, next question is kind of a fun one. What is your idea of a perfect date? So
that's tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to take this one head on.
It could go so many different ways. Obviously, I have a boyfriend, so I feel like I'm like thinking in my mind of like all the dates that we've been on and what I've liked the best. If I were to compile everything into the perfect one, my gut is to be like, stay at home, cook dinner, do something. But I feel like let's start the date out. Maybe like, let's get some food. I like doing an activity where food is also involved.
Yeah.
Like if we can go and eat food that we normally wouldn't eat, even like at a restaurant, like, I don't know, like a soft pretzel. Mm-hmm. And like we were in Congress Hall, we walked around and got like soft pretzels and bratwurst sandwiches. Yeah. Like that to me is perfection, is like a date with an activity and a snack. And then also like continuing on to get dinner because I always want to be eating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think doing activities that aren't like crazy activities, but you wouldn't have done them alone. Like you wouldn't have thought to do it unless you were like thinking of something fun to do with your boyfriend. That is what I like. I don't know if that made sense at all.
No, I know exactly. That's actually like what I was thinking. Like,
yeah, just like a simple mindless activity almost. And then after that, maybe like getting some dessert or getting dessert. This is what it'd be, getting dessert to bring home. Mm-hmm. And then eating it in the comfort of the home in my sweatpants and sweatshirt on the couch, like watching TV or a movie, whatever it is. Like I like ending at home with also more food.
The common theme is food.
Basically feed me and I'm gonna be happy.
That's hysterical. That's how all girls are, for sure.
Literally.
I would say mine's pretty like similar in the sense that I like doing activities as well. So what kind of sparked in my head was I would want like a all day date. Like if I like love like spending the day with someone.
Yeah.
Like I love going to Cape May with you and like spending the day and having like all those little moments. So I feel like for me I would want kind of like to just like an activity during the day, like something fun, something that I normally wouldn't do. Like when we went ATVing in Arizona and like we went on the boat this summer, like just like fun things that I normally don't do and activities, or like kayaking in the Finger Lakes. Like I want a fun activity. I don't know what, but I just want to do something that is like on my bucket list that I've never done before and would like check off. I think that'd be really fun to do. If this is my ideal date. And then after that would be food. And I don't know if I would care if it were restaurant food or like at home food. I think I would like a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know if it would depend on like where the at home is. Like if it was like our own apartment and like in the comfort of our home, then I would like that. But if it were like other people around, because like we lived with people, then I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, no. Like I want it to be full on alone time at that point.
Yeah. And
because I feel like a good date, sorry to cut you off, like about the whole day is you have the opportunity to like do fun things and like not be in like full conversation the whole time. And then if it continues on, like you get dinner, you go back with your dessert, like you can have more serious conversations or more just like candid conversations. Even it doesn't have to be like all serious, but like get to know each other more. Even like I've been dating Tyler for 2 years, there's still things I'm learning, so having the opportunity to like fully be alone and talk to each other.
That's honestly exactly what I was alluding to. Like I just want something light and airy to kind of like turn my mind off, but I'm also someone that's very stimulated by like great conversation. So I would still want that aspect, but I don't only want a relationship to be that. I want it to have the fun side to make me like be okay with thinking that much at night.
Yeah.
But dessert would definitely have to be included. Like everything that you said about food is how I feel too. Like food at the activity, sure.
Yeah. Sure, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, and I would definitely want to end the night with probably like my favorite sweet to end with is always like chocolate chip cookies and ice cream and like hot fudge or like something with peanut butter. Like I need like
a sundae. Like
yeah,
I
like a
literally
sundae.
just want a smorgasbord of desserts.
And I would want to watch a movie to end it off.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next question is, who is your favorite influencer / YouTuber? Like same realm, but
Oh, that's hard because there's so many good,
many phenomenal ones.
Yeah. Oh, if I have to go like influencer, because I think she is considered one, Claudia Ashray, the toast.
Definitely.
Like she for sure is my favorite. Definitely.
I love that. Like
she doesn't like vlog on YouTube, so if I'm going YouTube, probably Paige Lawrence. Just her aesthetic, her vibe.
For this question, I'm going to take the route of, I completely agree. There's so many. So I'm like, there's certain ones that I like for like humor or like how relatable they are. Then there's certain ones that I'm like, you're just a phenomenal content creator. So I'm going to go down that route because that's all I can think of. Like, who do I find to be a really amazing content creator? Like blows me away. Paige Lorenz and Ella Rose. I would say those two. I just think their content is very real and true to themselves, but like still so curated and perfect. Like it's literally, they pump out content like no other two, and I'm like, how are you doing all of these things and pumping out this content? I just think they're like amazing.
Yeah,
like I love everything about their YouTube templates to their descriptions to how they go about posting on Instagram. I think they have the process pretty pat down.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they're both really good. Next question, what is one pet peeve that you have?
Probably the first thing that comes to my mind, I think it's like the one that I will never change on, is touching flour on the bottom of pizza crust. I don't know if that's a pet peeve or if that's just like a quirk of me, whatever it is.
An ick. Like
an ick, but
it like literally
I'm saying,
gives you an ick.
Yeah, like it's my pet peeve though. Like if I have to do that, I'm very upset about it. So I do not like holding a slice of pizza and feeling the flour on the bottom of the crust. Drives me bonkers.
It really does. It's so funny.
Yeah, like literally, like
it always has too.
Sends my brain in like a. I like freak the fuck out.
Yeah, it's like your nails on a chalkboard vibe.
Yeah.
Mine I think has to be like when I make a bed, if you sit on the bed while it's made and then like the bed gets messed up, I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why are you sitting on a freshly made bed? Like, I'm just not the type of person like sit on my bed during the day. Like, it's a nighttime thing for me. Like, it's when
I'm not either. I do not go near my bed.
and then I'm like OCD, like if I literally, because then like sometimes, all right, say I go upstairs, I'm like folding laundry on my bed, like I will literally fix my covers to be perfect again.
Mm-hmm.
And then going off of that, just like with the bed theme, is like getting in bed with like not fresh feet. Like I have to wash my feet before I go to bed, honestly. Which
You've
I've said
converted
before.
me to that too, though.
Yeah, I think I've said that before on the podcast in the last Q&A about the whole feet. But
I understand that though. Like when you take your feet out of your sneakers and they're so like warm in the socks and everything, so they were just like in it. Like, oh, like I just want clean feet too.
well, and it like I've gotten better where it depends. Like if I'm in my house, I have a pair of like house slippers that literally are only for the house. These like fuzzy ones from Anthropology. If I'm in like clean fuzzy socks and those before bed, I'm like it's fine because I literally don't do activities in these slippers other than inside the house. So like my feet
They're not
honestly
dirty.
aren't getting So I've convinced myself to be like not so crazy about that, but yeah, no. Like if you're going from literally wearing sneakers or shoes that you were outside of the house to your bed, gotta go. Got to blast.
Okay, this one I thought was funny, so I pulled this one. I'll love you if ...
There's like so many things, I guess, but I feel like the one thing that like just attracts me to people of like liking them and I'll love you is like your mindset on the world. Like not even just like a full on like disciplined mindset, but just having like a positive outlook on things. Because I feel like that leads into so many other characteristics about a person. So like if you're having a conversation with someone and they're just like radiating that positivity, I'm like, I know I'm gonna love this person because if they're like this in one conversation with me, I'm sure it's gonna lead into all other areas of who they are. And
exactly.
I like to say that I am like that as a person. I like to radiate positivity, so those are the type of people I will love.
Mine is, I guess, I love you if you love God, honestly. I feel like because it's similar to what you said, but I feel like if you love God, then your foundational moral principles are somewhat aligned with me, because when people ask about who I am and what makes me me, I realize a lot of it has to do with God. Like living a life for him kind of like shapes why you're nice to people, why you do respect certain things, like why you do hold the door. It's like all of those little things that I feel like come back down to my root of faith in my life. And I feel like if you love God, then I just know that you're kind of on that same wave and you're genuinely a good person. It's hard to be a bad person and love God, because you wouldn't want to be a bad person.
No, exactly. I feel like both of our answers kind of come down to like it's a foundational thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like you can't know if you're gonna love someone off of hello.
Yeah, love it first. Hello. Love it first. God. What is one thing you find attractive in others?
Okay, I feel like one thing that comes to mind for me is just like having self-confidence, and when someone's really sure in like who they are and just like, I don't know, like gives off that confidence, I find it very attractive. Like they're not looking for outside validation or opinions, and are just sure of themselves.
Yeah, like they're completely okay doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I love when I see someone like being weird and like so unapologetically. And I'm like, you're not weird to me. Like I love that you're totally embracing that and don't care about others.
Yeah, exactly. So I love that. I find that just like attractive, beautiful thing in human beings in general.
Yeah. For me, I would definitely say, like, this is kind of broad, but mindset. Like I'm just like the type of girl that always goes for mindset over looks. I don't care how beautiful you are, especially for like guys. Like I don't care how attractive you are, I don't care how ripped you are. If your mindset is not what I'm looking for, like you will never be attractive to me ever. So mindset in a sense of just like, I think there's a certain way to view life, and it's a very like, it doesn't need to align with everything that I believe, but it's kind of like what you said earlier about like the positivity outlook. Like I don't know how to describe it, just mindset. I want you to have a really good mindset, and if I like your mindset, then I'll probably like you.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like when people are like having a good personality, well, that can mean so many different things.
Yeah.
I feel like personality comes a lot from your mindset and the way you think and view life and perspective, all of that.
I'm just going to briefly say this question for both of us because it's the same answer. Zodiac sign, Gemini.
Gemini, bitches. You
Kiri
hear
and I
that?
are both Geminis. You got two Geminis preaching to you.
may be a scary thing. Actually, like
I
don't
like don't
really-
resonate with the Gemini. I like do though, because I'm like, I understand what you mean, two-sided in a sense where I can be like really really positive one day and like really upset with my life.
yeah,
one
like,
day.
but I feel like everyone can be like that. Like, it's
Yeah.
not just, I don't know. Sometimes when we go off on the Gemini meme accounts, like that one that we found was literally the funniest moment of my life. Like, we spent an hour just scrolling this Gemini page together and could not stop laughing.
It's just really weird because honestly we're not zodiac girlies, but it is really freaky to see like these accounts like Glossy Zodiac post all these things about certain signs, and I'm like, this is Gemini, this is me to a T. And then you're like, oh, me too, and I'm like, I see all these other people and I'm like, how is everyone like this, like, and we were all Geminis? It's just so weird. And
No,
they
I know.
honestly hit it spot on.
Even the one meme account was talking about, so Isabel is the end of May, which is closer to the beginning of the Gemini cycle, and then I'm close to the end of the Gemini cycle. So I feel like we're two different types of Geminis. And the meme account literally talked about like May Geminis, June Geminis.
It literally was
And
like,
it was like so accurate for
it was so
both
accurate
of us.
because I was like, Kateri and I are so similar in our like, I think we're both very similar, Kateri, in our behaviors, but we're also like very, there's like a distinct difference between us too. And it's
No,
like,
for sure.
I'm literally like, it's the Gemini, it's the different Geminis in us.
Literally.
I think the June Gemini said it was like positivity and happiness, and like the May Gemini was like blunt and bitch.
Yeah. That's how I would describe us. You're not like a bitch, but you're just like straightforward. A little
Don't fuck
more
with me.
A little more than I am. Next question. Have you ever cheated on someone?
No.
No.
I would.
I mean, like,
well, I mean,
never.
like, I've never really been in a relationship, but even if I was like flirting with a guy, I would literally feel like I'm sinning the next day if I like even spoke to someone. Like, cheating to me is so, it's something I can't even really wrap my mind around. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand
I don't
the principle of it. I don't
understand
understand how people live with, not only like, how do you even live with like the guilt of it? Like, it's not even the guilt, like that's like, so, but it's just, I don't even know how you commit the act.
No, like, and how can you do that to someone you love? Even if,
How could you? Like,
I don't know, like, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole because I'm sure there's people listening that have some sort of experience with it in a lot of different ways, but like, yeah, no, I just can't actually fathom doing that to someone that I care about. And that
that's
I
my
love.
thing. Like, the people that I love, the last thing I want is to hurt them, and that's
Mhm.
an intentional hurt.
Yeah, like, you're choosing it. You're, you know, you're,
So
no
no,
one's
I've never
holding a gun
cheated.
to your head telling you to do it, you know, like, it's hard. So no, the answer's
Yeah,
no. For
the answer is
us.
no, and that will always be no, because and everyone who's like, well, you never know. No, it will always be no.
Yeah,
I know. I will
literally.
never cheat on someone. I think it's one of the lowest acts that can occur, and I'm sorry if I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding from different perspectives, so I just don't think.
I don't think there's a good perspective.
Yeah, I don't think
on
there's.
it,
I don't think there's one good reason in that. Like, I don't care if it's like, oh, but he treated me like this, or I'm not happy in this relationship, or I was lacking it in this. Like, okay, then do the hard choice and break up.
Yeah,
Talk
then
about it
end
first.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Just no. No is the answer.
No. Okay, next question's a little better.
A little bit more positive. What do you love about yourself? Mine would probably be my ability to think so deeply. And Xander said to me yesterday, it's a blessing and a curse. And I sort of agree. As much as it's exhausting, I really do love how deeply I can think, because I feel like that's how I'm able to process my emotions and get through life, and, you know, go through the hardships and go through the happy moments, is because I think through it all. And when I think, I have clarity about the situation, and I just am able to approach whatever situation I'm going into like how I want to. Like, when I take time to think about it, I can get my thoughts straight and then choose how I'm going to act based on that. And I think that's what I love about myself. It's changed who I am. It hasn't always been that way, I feel like, but recently I just feel like I really love that I can think so deeply and so wisely about so many things.
Well, and even just like communicating with you and watching you communicate with other people, like, you're very intellectual, you're very good at communicating your thoughts because you have a lot of practice with yourself doing it.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I feel like it leads you to be a better communicator and be able to like have conversations with people about really anything. And I feel like people can come to you and talk about anything, and you're gonna come back with like reasonable thoughts on it.
Yeah,
and not
that's how I
biased
feel,
opinions, but like actually putting reason to whatever that person's talking to you about.
Yeah, because chances are I've thought about it already.
Yeah, literally.
Like, literally.
One thing I love about myself, so mom told me this one time, and it's literally the best thing that anyone has ever said to me, and I will continue to tell people that mom said it about me. She said that I am the sunshine of the family, and I feel like I do give off that sunshine effect to people. Like, I'm very thoughtful, I'm very compassionate. So like I have the ability to really connect with people in all walks of life. Almost like I even think about myself at the yoga studio. There's so many different people in my classes, or even when I take a class, and I still have the ability to like have conversations with people and like put a smile on their face.
No, I completely agree with mom. You really are. And I'm not just saying that, but you really do bring a sunshine effect. It's almost like in a tense moment, like you could always bring a laugh, like stuff like that. But I do
I'm like
agree.
the comic relief.
Yeah, like you're like the comic relief. Like everyone in the family is like, Terry's just like last night in the kitchen or yesterday in the kitchen when you were making pancakes. Like, what the hell are you doing? But you had mom, Xander, and me all laughing. Like, what the hell is Terry doing over there? Like, no matter what was on our minds, no matter how stressed I was just like, what is my sister doing? She's being a weirdo.
Literally. I had an interesting week last week, and still in those moments, I was like cracking jokes about my situation. Like, I literally can't help it. So yeah, I like to bring that into people and even just like offer that like good perspective, like being a little like lighter of a thinker, not always as deep. So like to provide that for people.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like you provide a level of peace and like calmness. Like that's what I almost feel when I think of the yoga studio. I'm like, I feel like people resonate with you and want to talk to you because it's like whatever's going on in their life, like they give that 1 hour with you and they just love the tone and the feeling that you give them of like you're here for you, like put everything in your mind behind you. Like it's very, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
people always laugh. They'll say to me, one woman always comes in, she's like, you just have that sweet voice, especially in the beginning. We like think it's gonna be this nice sweet class, and then you just kill us.
Literally.
And I'm like,
That's
it's so true, because I like keep that tone throughout class, but I'm like, I'm literally having you do burpees right now. Okay, last question. What is the worst thing someone could do to you?
Probably, like, this is a broad answer, and all of these are broad, but I feel like this answers it pretty well. Anything to intentionally hurt me or bring me down. Like, if you're doing an action with the intention of, like, this is going to really hurt Isabel, like, that to me is, like, how could you? Like, how could you ever, like, go in? Like, I would never want to intentionally hurt someone. I think that's a pretty wicked, demonic thing to do.
Yeah.
Is, like, really want to, like, bring pain to someone's life. And I think if you commit an action knowing that it's really going to affect me in a negative way, that's like the worst thing you could do to me.
Yeah, I think that's my answer for sure, because there's a difference between like hurting someone but not thinking that what you were going to do was going to upset them, like you didn't know your actions were going to upset them, and then actually being like, oh, I know Kateri doesn't like this, or she like this would really hurt her, and then like go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
It's like cheating. That's like what cheating is. That's
yeah, like cheating. Like, how could you like knowingly know that my heart would be broken and still commit the act anyway?
Exactly.
It's just a level of like, oof.
Like, oof.
My God. Like, I think of that, someone that could do something like that, and I'm like, that's crazy. It's crazy.
It's
I
wild.
could never. But yeah, that's about it.
So
anyway, this is kind of a random, really random episode, but we just felt like we were talking about some heavy things recently. We wanted to give you guys a breather. We wanted to let you know the funny things about what pisses us off or what makes us laugh, or I don't even know what the hell we did.
Just like discuss. Random things. Like you guys listen to us every week, and it's like you should know other things about us other than like the more serious stuff. So that was definitely the goal with this episode, and just be able to like take a step back and not be so serious all the time, because we are pretty goofy gals and pretty random, and we aren't always like,
we're definitely goofy. Like, we have a serious side to us, but like I would say goofy majority of the time.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. It's like that outweighs like the seriousness. Yeah. But you know, when you only have an hour a week, like less than an hour a week is what we talk, and it's like that's not enough time to be able to show everything. So sometimes you just gotta dedicate episodes, put a little like break in the seriousness. And
I'm just a girl who doesn't like flour on the bottom of pizza crust. You guys all know what to do. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, interact with us. Please share the wealth of no sugar to your friends. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe not this episode as the first.
maybe not this episode, but feel free to share any of our more intense topics that we have discussed, any ones that you love, and just spread the word of no sugar. We love you. We love all of your people, and we just want to all grow together. So if you could help us do that, that would be amazing.
Yes. Thank you as well for that beautiful advice.
Spiel.
So anyway, we hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and we will see you next time.